tell me if they can see me because I'm not really sure. You'll see an idiot in action here because at the conferences you might think, oh, it all works so smoothly. That's because we have professionals showing us idiots what to do. So when it comes to me trying to do it on my own, it just doesn't come together. So, oh, you can. Oh, fantastic. So I guess I could really start. Thank you for your massive, massive patience, of course, with everything. It's really much appreciated. Now, what I really want to talk about is what's happening in the business and the things I've been working on today. And look, I didn't even get a chance to stick a tie on because I was piddling about trying to get this so right that I didn't get a tie. So I'm sorry I haven't got the customary tie on and it looks like I'm wearing a pajama top. It's actually probably worse than that. But anyway, so really concentrate on what I've been working on today, and that will set the pace of what you've got coming in the future. Now, 2013, let me just, can I, just give me a second. Right. So 2013 has been an extraordinary year for us. The way we planned it, the things that we wanted to do have all come about, but not just come about, they're better than we ever anticipated. So we've had a tremendous year. We gave you some launches in May that helped build your business. We reduced the price of catalogs. We reduced the price of starting up. And we did lots and lots of changes, including make catalogs the size of a postage stamp. Now, then in September or at the end of August, we did very much the same. We gave you some more things to help build your business. So that's 20 different reveals that were there to help build your business. Now, on the 4th of January, we've got 10 more reveals for you. But the 10 reveals you're getting, I can categorically and exclusively tell you on this webinar tonight, are probably our greatest investment in the business. So we've cut the price of catalogs, we've cut the price of kits, we've cut the price of starting up, that's all done. But what you're going to get in 2014 is a better proposition in recruitment than you've ever had before. Now, one or two things that I can tell you is you are going to get a brand new opportunity video. Now, not just any old opportunity video, it's probably our most expensive production ever, the most expensive video we've ever made. Now, why am I calling it that? Because sometimes you have to put money into these things to get the quality, and I would say it's probably our flashiest video ever. It does have a very special guest presenter on it. Some of you may already know, but I can't reveal that now. Now, this guest presenter can't join us at the conference, but we'll show you a video at the conference of it, and of course then you'll have the opportunity video. So it's a tremendous piece of work, very similar to the Amanda Lamb video, very similar to that, 15 solid minutes of opportunity and lifestyle, and I think it'll perfectly sell our business. But that's not all. We have a destination to reveal to you. Now you can see by my tanned skin, I've been away on this amazing destination, and I was wiped before I went. Look at me now, so I can tell you how hot this place is. We're going to tell you about that on the 4th of January. What I've been working on today is the criteria for it. And I've tried to write a criteria that will allow anybody in our network to qualify. I mean, absolutely anybody to qualify. Doesn't matter what level you are, doesn't matter how long you've been in, doesn't matter if you've been in 15 to 20 years or you started 15 days ago. I'm trying to write a criteria that will help anybody qualify. And yes, it's an evocative destination. Yes, it's beautiful. Yes, it's inspirational. And yes, it will inspire our network to qualify. So those are two things I've been working on today, the new opportunity video and of course the massive reveal for destination that you'll find out. So our grand proposition that you've heard me talk about all year is about to get bigger and stronger than it's ever been before. And what I mean by grand proposition is my objective to make sure, and it is solely my objective to make sure that everybody earns more money than they've ever earned before. Now, if at the end of next year, every single distributor in our business has ended up earning more money than they've ever earned before, can you imagine the size of our business? Can you imagine the difference it will make? And that's what we're aiming for, that every individual earns more than they've ever earned before. And how are we going to do that? Is to help you recruit better than we've ever recruited before. So it's not just going to be a new opportunity video. It's not just going to be a new destination. There's going to be everything that's going to help this business even more viable for your prospects. Because let me tell you, there's thousands of people out there that want to know about this business. There's thousands of people that want to be a part of this business. Thousands and thousands of people that want to be a part of us, because we're heading towards Christmas now, and I'll tell you now that a lot of the country is dreading the idea of Christmas because they don't have the income, they don't have the money, they're absolutely dreading the next few days, and yet we have an opportunity where people can make money quicker than ever before, and they really can, and that's what we're trying to improve. Now, if you haven't yet got a ticket to be there on the 4th of January, you really, really need to, because as I say, it's probably the greatest conference we've ever held, purely directed at your ability to recruit people, to give you more confidence than ever before. And there's one or two surprises in there that's going to make our business more credible than it has ever been before. So what I really want to talk about now is, some of you have heard these things before. It is on PowerPoint, and you've heard me say this before. The last time I really used PowerPoint was sometime in the 80s, so you've really got to bear with me. It's not even something I'm particularly used to using. So I often talk about, just excuse me one second because I've completely lost where I was going. And for your information, Lloyd Brown helped put this together, and I will give him a kicking of a lifetime when I see him tomorrow, because he said to me it would be really easy, but it's not really easy. Maybe I just didn't have enough belief in him. So I've often talked about belief. I would say it is the cornerstone of anything you want to do. It's the absolute cornerstone of achieving anything you want to. It is your philosophy, your perception, and your perseverance. Your philosophy, the way you view the world, which really is your attitude, your perception of how you feel about things, how you feel about yourself, how you view things. How some people, when I tell them we have 11,000 distributors in the business, think, oh my God, we're saturated, where others think, what an opportunity. And that's how you have to view it. That's your perception, then your perseverance. Because in this business and in this world, I'm afraid there's more people that are going to try and stop you than to help encourage you and push you. I don't know why that is. I've never been able to explain it, but there are more people that will push, that will discourage you than encourage you. So, therefore your personal belief has to be there. It has to be in two different areas. It has to be about yourself as a person, and then secondly, it has to be about the business you work in. I'd like to think you all have belief in the business you work in, because you can see that from the results we create. We're constantly getting results, we're constantly having success in this business, and we've had a tremendous 2013 so far, which means more people have made more money. And your belief in yourself, which is probably more important than your belief in the business. You truly have to believe that you can achieve things in not only in life but in this business. Now, we have just come back from Dubai not long ago. Now, there were people there that had only been with us a few months. There were people there that had been with us less than a year. Now, I always think if somebody else can do it, then you can do it. And when questioned, how come you're here after such a short period of time, do you know their general answer? I really believed I could do it, and there were people that believed in me. Now, if you have people that believe in you, and you truly believe you can do it, I'm telling you, success will be yours. Now, I'm going to attempt to put the next slide on, so give me 1 second, because I'm not proving to be very good with this. Maybe it's my belief. Anyway, on many occasions, I've talked about choice, that every single life has a greater potential than is imaginable. Every life currently being lived has within it a far greater purpose and existence. You have to make a choice of where 2014 is going to go. You have to make a choice as to where you want to be. You have to make a choice to be strong. You have to make a choice that every single day is going to bring you something within this business. That is a personal choice. You know, we've got some great leaders in this business. They all made a personal choice to achieve what they've achieved. I really don't think it's about skills, knowledge, and experience. It's about facets of belief and choice. And if you can have those things, I'm telling you, it changes your life, it changes your existence, and it allows you to go and reach out and get what you want. See, Clean Easy is no more than a vehicle. People think it's this magical business, but it's not. Our business is simple and straightforward. We sell product via catalog and we recommend it to others. That is not magical. It's the people in our business that are magical. It's the people that create that magic. It's the people that create the business. The vehicle, which is Clean Easy, is just a catalog. It's just an opportunity. It's just a vehicle. And you've got to remember that it's you that makes a difference. There's people that join this business and expect magic to happen. It doesn't. That is a personal choice you have to make. So, moving on, if I can possibly do that, and I can't obviously. Moving on, desire. I've talked about desire as far back as I can remember. And now we've gone on to fight. So let's go back to desire. Because desire is a very important subject, because it's, well, it says there in the writing, and I can't stop it now. What am I supposed to do? Lloyd, I know you're listening. I am going to present you with a P45 tomorrow. I hope you're pleased with that. If you can, anyway, as I was saying, you can see why we have professionals at conferences doing these things for us, because we are so stupid we can't even run a PowerPoint on a webinar. So it's not going to stop, is it? Right, let me just play with this for a second, and that's nothing to do with the desire. Let me just play with this for a second, see if I can produce something. And if not, then Lloyd gets it. I hope you please yourself, Lloyd. Give me 1 second. Hello. Oh yeah. Can people hear this debacle going on? Hooray! We're with it now, look, it's happening. We're back on desire. No, it should stop now, watch, see? Okay, thank you. Thank you. That was Catherine Lord giving a helping hand. And Catherine Lord's always been there with a helping hand. I remember in 2008 when she pushed me onto an elephant. It's a great story if you haven't heard it. Ask her about that story, how her helping hand managed to push me on an elephant. I know, it's a bizarre world. So desire. If you can harness the dynamism, compulsion and stimulus and potency of desire, there is nothing in the realms of victory and accomplishment that you can't achieve. Now, you could have read that now that it stood still for long enough. Desire is one of those things that if you have it, you will achieve whatever you want to achieve. And I have seen some extraordinary things being achieved. And none of that achievement was down to somebody's skill or anything else except their desire to want to do it. Now, if you can leap into 2014 knowing exactly what you want and exactly what you're after, I'm telling you, this vehicle will help you get there. Now, I'm going to attempt to press another button, but every time I press a button, it buggers up. So let's see what happens. So you've often heard me talk about that personal fight we all have within us. I'm not going to read what it says on the screen because you can see that for yourselves. But I truly believe that within you, dormant somewhere inside you, is this amazing fight waiting to get out. Fighting to go and get the things you really want. You know, each and every one of us was born to fight, but somewhere along the line, somewhere along the way, it's been dormant, it's been asleep, but within you, it's there. It's when people are in situations of desperation, that fight really comes out and they really go and get what they want. I believe that every single human being was born with that ability, but for some reason the things that happen to us, the things that we experience along the way, it stifles that ability. Now, FIGHT is an acronym that I've used often, and the acronym is as such that each letter stands for something really important that you have to work with or you have to conquer. So F is for fear, as you may know, I is inspiration, G is for your goals, H is habit, and T is tenacity. 5 words that if you can conquer them and if you can get involved with them, you can let them get inside you, that fight will come out and you will go and get whatever you want. You see, ultimately, this is not about Clean Easy. This is about you as an individual. As I've said to you, Clean Easy is a simple, duplicatable business about a bloody catalogue. That's what it's about. The fight comes from the human beings that are within our business. So, moving on, as I've just said, FIGHT is an acronym that I've used often to explain a human's ability to achieve whatever they want. Now, I challenge anybody who's listening today, anyone who's listening, I challenge you to dispute the fact that you don't have that fight in you. You truly and honestly do. You have to understand this acronym. You have to work with this acronym. And I've briefly explained it. And one day we'll do a bigger training session and we'll go into it in more depth. But you know what? Each and every one of us has a fear. Fear of rejection. Fear of confrontation. Fear of failure. Don't worry about it. We all have it. Look at me tonight. I even feared doing a webinar. In a few weeks' time, when we stood in front of 4,000 people, do you know what? I'm already carking it because I'm full of fear. But other aspects of my life make me force through it. Do you know what? I'll be honest with you. Look how far away the 4th of January is. I'm already, with all due respect and among friends here, hating the idea of it. It keeps me awake at night. And this is after 14 years of presenting for Clean Easy. I am still full of that fear. We all have it. God Almighty, I feared doing a webinar tonight, which you can clearly tell I had full of fear. On the 4th of January, 2014, I will have been in the business exactly 14 years because I started on the 4th of January in the year 2000, and that fear has never left me. But the other things in my life make me fight through it. So remember, it is a powerful emotion and it's induced by a perceived threat, and we all have it, so it's quite all right to be fearful, but some of these things help you get through it. And one of those is inspiration. I find things that inspire me. I constantly have things around me that inspire me. If you have people in your life, and I don't expect mass divorces and leaving your partners that, but if you have people in your life that don't inspire them, tell them to bugger off. It's simple as that, because they are holding you back. I only surround myself, may be an exception, with people that inspire me and inspire my life. And because I do that, it gets me through that fear factor. Now, you have to be very much the same. You have to have that inspiration that really surrounds your life and helps you get through the fear factor. And when you have that, it does empower you and it awakens those senses and it creates that amazing enthusiasm that you need. And things like fear go out the window. Although it's still there, inspiration takes over. Then goals, people often talk about their goals, but people's goals are not powerful enough. Goals have to be huge. Goals have to do what it says there. They have to resonate deep within every minuscule cell of flesh. If your goals aren't doing that, they're not goals. They're just wishes. You will never achieve them. You can't tell me your goal is to go up the sales plan. That's not a goal. A goal is what that will achieve for you. Make them big enough that it stops you from sleeping. That's what I call a goal. So we have habit. I will read this out because ultimately it's your habits that do, as it says there, define you, control you, and if you work on them, success can be yours. But your habits can also destroy you. So your habits, as Darren Hardy says, there are things that you have to do every single day. And sometimes those are the things that others are prepared not to do. If you do those things consistently every single day without fail, then the compound effect starts to work and you start achieving the goals that you so keep you awake at night. So moving forward, tenacity. Now, tenacity when I talk about tenacity, I'm talking about your ability to carry on, your sheer doggedness to go against the grain of people that try and stop you or get in your way. So you ask me, why do people get in your way? Why do people try and stop you? Well, because they themselves haven't yet conquered their fear. They let their fears get in the way. And when you get those fears and those negative attitudes, instead of encouraging you, people will actually discourage you. Now, unless there's somebody listening that when they started Clean Easy, everybody patted on the back and said, it's the best thing you've ever done. No, it was very unlikely that happened. In other words, most people said this isn't going to work and it's never going to work. We have distributors in our business today. Rob Forster is a great example. His earning potential is about £1,000 for every single day he's in this business. Now, with that kind of income coming in, there's still people in his own family that don't believe that it works. So sometimes you have to have this sheer dogged attitude that will fight through everything. And if you do have that inspiration and you have your goals and you have those habits and that inspiration all in place, you will have that attitude. You truly will, and it will help you fight through it. So, looks like this is a blank screen, which either means one or two things. A, I've bugged it up again, or it actually came to the end of my presentation because, I'm not very good at doing presentations. As I said, I normally have a team of professionals who do that for me. I'll say, can I have a presentation of this? And I'll put them together. But instead of a team of professionals, I was with Lloyd. So, Lloyd, I would thank you for everything you've done in helping and supporting me and always encouraging me. And, that's the only recognition you get, so make most of it. So, for the rest of you, make sure you are there on the 4th of January. I'm sorry that today's presentation has been all over the place and that I'm not even actually wearing a tie. That's because I didn't get it done in time. I was full of fear doing this, and it's all right to have fear. It is all right because fear can also encourage you. Fear is inbuilt within all of us. It can almost make you want to do those things. And in my case, sometimes it's that fear of not getting somewhere that makes me want to go and do more. So my personal commitment to you on this webinar tonight, and of course the rest of the network, which we will proliferate on the 4th of January, will be to never ever stop building this business, to never ever stop believing that it works, to never ever stop supporting you, to never ever stop trying to do the things to help you build this business bigger than ever before. I had that commitment 14 years ago, and I promise you it has never ever stopped. I've always believed in this business. I believe in the people. It's not the catalogue. It's nothing to do with opportunity videos or destinations or anything like that. It's to do with the people. It's to do with you. You are the heart and the power and the generator of Clean Easy, and it's you that put us where we are today. So this is really kind of thank you to each and every one of you. And next year is going to be extraordinary. Take my word for it. We've got so much going on. It's quite unbelievable. But we will make mistakes. We will make mistakes because we're kind of learning as we're going along. And even after 14 years, I will regularly mess things up and cock things up. But I'll promise you, we'll always bend over backwards to try and put those things right. So really thank you to each and every one of you for everything you do, for being part of this business. No matter where your level of success is, it doesn't matter. Draw a line and look to the future, because next year is going to be absolutely extraordinary. I promise you that. I also promise the next presentation you ever see me do will be far more polished than putting it together in the way that I did today. But I guess this is just me being me. Without all that help, this is what I'm really like, a bit all over the place. I am very passionate about this business, albeit that I'm all over the place. And, you may know this, but I never intended to be in Clean Easy more than 6 months when I started. But it captured me, and it captures you, and you are in it, and it's the people that keep you there. And that support that I've had from you, has been unbelievable. And without that, I would have gone long ago. Some of you thinking, wish you had. But for the rest of you, I thank you for all the support you've ever given. So have a fantastic Christmas. Thank you for listening. Thank you for putting up with my incompetence when it comes to webinars or anything technological, and I really, really look forward to seeing you on the 4th of January. Thanks a lot, and I'll see you there. Bye.
Oh, thank you, Michael. That was brilliant. Just keep giving your applause in the chat box, everybody. We did have a few technical difficulties right up to the last minute there, and as usual, Michael was just like his usual, chilled, happy. Let's get sorted out for sort of personality that he's got, and it was all brilliant in the end. So thank you, and also thank you very much to Lloyd for helping him out today with his presentation, and it was good despite what he's just said to you. So, okay, all I'm going to do now is I'm just going to put him on, put some music on, and you can just chat amongst yourselves and just ask any questions that anybody's got, or just have a general chit chat, and I'll see you all soon.